Hello everyone, welcome to the part 5 session on R programming. In today's session, we will learn about the control structures of R programming such as if else, nested if else, loops such as for loops, while loops, and repeat loops. We will also see the break and the next statements. So let's begin with the if statement. The if statement is used in the decision making of a particular statement. In if statement, if the condition is true, then the statement is executed. If the condition is false, then nothing happens. In this condition can be logical or a numeric vector, where only the first element is taken into the consideration. Let's see an example of if statement. Now this is the declaration part. I'm assigning the value to an object number. This is my condition, which is a numeric condition. If number greater than 0, this is my condition, and if the number is greater than 0, it will give me an output that this number is positive number. So let me execute it. Yes, this is how as we gave the number is 2, and as per the condition, if number is greater than 0, it will print the message that is number is positive. The next is if else statement. In if else statement, the condition will be tested true or false. If condition is true, it will print something. If the condition is false, it will print the other statement. If you have an action that you want to execute when the condition is false, then you should use if else control structure. The major difference between if and if else is in if statement there is only one statement that will print if the condition is true. If the condition is false, it will not do anything. But then in if else, it will print something when the condition is true, and if the condition is false, it will have something to print even if the condition is false. So the next is if else statement. I'm assigning -5 to the object number, and in the if condition, if the number is greater than 0, it will print the number is positive. Else it will print as the number is negative. So let's execute this. Right, as we can see, the number that we gave is a negative number, which is -5. So it enters into the first condition and it checks if the number is greater than 0, it will print the positive number. But over here, number is not greater than 0, it is a negative number, and hence it went into the else loop, else condition, and it gave the output as the number is negative. Let's change the number. Let's say we want to enter number as 4, and I'll execute it once again. Okay, now we got, as we gave number 4 is a positive number and it's greater than 0. So we got the message number is positive. Now let's see how the nested if else statements work. We can have many nested if else statement as much as we want. From this, only one statement will be executed depending on the condition that is satisfied or the condition that is true or false. Now over here, I'm assigning a number 0 to the object number, and this is the nested if statement. The first condition is number less than 0, print negative. Else number greater than 0, print positive number. Else if number is 0, it will print 0. Now I'm giving 0 to the number and I'm executing it. Then I got a message that whatever the number that I assigned is 0. That means the 0 is assigned to a number object, and it went into the if statement. The condition didn't satisfy as it is not a negative number. Again it came out, it went into the else if condition. The number is greater than 0. No, it's not greater than 0. So it came out, it didn't print anything, and later on it enters into the else condition, and we got to know that number is 0. So it printed that the given number is 0. Let's change the number. I'm assigning number as 2 and I'm printing it. Alright, we got the message that it is positive number, as the number 2 is greater than 0 and it is a positive number. So we got the message that it's a positive number. Now let's see, moving forward we will check what is loops. So first we have for loop. So before going to the for loop, let's understand what are loops. Loops are used to repeat a specific block of code. There will be a situation where we need to execute a block of code several times. That's where we use different kinds of loop depending on the condition or the situation. Now the first loop that we are looking at is the for loop. For loop is a way to iterate across a sequence of values, repeatedly running some of the code for each value in the given vector or list. Here sequence is a vector and it takes on each of its values during the loop. In each iteration, statement is evaluated for each time in sequence till it reaches to the last item. It will print whatever is there in the body of the for loop, and then once it reaches to the last item, it will exit out from that loop. So example, I have a loop over here. This is a for loop and I in 1 to 5. So this is my sequence and the value over here is 1 to 5. So I'm assigning 1 to 5 till I, and I want to print whatever is assigned to this particular I. So the first instance 1 will be assigned to I, so it will print 1. Next 2 will be assigned, so it will give me the value 2. Similarly 3, 4 and 5 will be assigned and it will give me the output as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And after 5 we don't have anything, so 5 is my last item in this sequence. So till 5 it will print and it will come out of that for loop and it will give whatever the values that are there in the sequence. So 1, 2, 3 and 5 is the values that are present in the sequence. Next is color. Say we can give, this was the numeric values, we can give the character values in the sequence. Example, I'm creating a vector of character value that is different kinds of color: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. I'm assigning these colors to an object called as color, and I'm using a for loop I in color. So whatever is the first value, that will be assigned to I and it will print that first value. Similarly, it will go, the sequence will be followed till the last element, that is red, and it will give me the complete colors that are present in the object color. So let's execute this. Okay, so we got all the values that are present in the object color. So this is how the for loop works. So let's move on and check what is a while loop. Now in the while loop, the same code will be executed again and again until the stop condition is met. Here condition is evaluated and the body of the loop is entered if the result is true. The statement inside the loop are executed and the flow returns to evaluate the condition again. This is repeated each time until the condition is evaluated to false, and then it will exit out of the loop. So let's see an example for while loop. I'm assigning 0 to an object called as number. Now I'm using while loop. The number is less than 5. So it will print that particular number, and I'm doing a number plus 1. So let's execute this. So the while loop will start with the first number. The first number is 0. So it will assign 0, and in the next line we have added 1 to that particular number. So 1 is added. So the next, in the same loop, it will go and count the last item. The last item over here is 5. So it will start with 0. So 0, in the next line I've added 1. Then again I have added 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 1 3, 3 plus 1 4. At 5 it will break, because the last item or the last sequence that I have given is 5. It will reach to 5 and it will break out, or it will exit out from the while loop. So this is how a while loop works. This is repeated each time until the condition is evaluated to false. So this is my condition. Condition is number less than 5. So it will start with 0. Once it gets the number less than 5, it will break out from that loop. This is how a while loop works. Now let's move on and see what is a repeat loop. A repeat loop is used to iterate over a block of code multiple number of times till the condition is false. Example, I have an object number. I'm using a repeat function, which is a repeat loop. I'm specifying this is the number 0 and I want to repeat it number of times, 3 number. So the 0 should be repeated 3 times. So this is the repeat loop. I'm executing it. So I have given 0 and it should be repeated 3 times. So we are getting 3 zeros. Similarly, I can give a character value as well. I'm repeating John for 5 times. So this is how repeat loops work. It will give us whatever the value that we want to repeat till the condition is satisfied. Once the condition is false, it will break that loop. Moving on, let's see what is a break statement. A break statement is used inside a loop to stop the iteration and flow the control outside the loop. The break statement can be used inside the else branch of if-else statements. So if we want to break once the condition is satisfied. Now I'm declaring a sequence from 1 to 10 and I'm assigning that to a number. I'm using a for loop where value in number, and if value is equal to 5, break. That means it will start from number 1 and it will reach till value equal to 5. Whenever I'll get 5 at that number, it will break out from that loop and it will print the value. So let's execute this. So it will start by 1. It will start by 1, 2, 3, 4. Once I get value equal to 5, it will break out. Let's change the value. Let's say I want 6. So over here it will count till 6. It will start from 1. It will go till 5. Once it gets the value equal to 6, it will come out from that loop because we have given a break statement. And after that loop, it will print whatever the values that are present in that value object. So this is how a break statement works. Next we have next statement. Now the next statement is useful when we want to skip the current iteration of a loop without terminating it. On encountering next, the R parser skips further evaluation and starts next iteration of the loop. Say example, again we have the same example where I'm assigning a sequence 1 to 10 to an object number. Now using the same for loop, value in number, and if value equal to 5, I'm assigning next loop, next statement. Now let's see how next statement works. So over here, whenever it will have the value 5, it will skip that value and it will move on till the last item. Now the items that we have is 1 to 5, and it will first start with 1, it will complete till 4, it will see what is the value that we have is 5. It will stop over there, it will skip that value as equal to 5, and it will move on to the next value. The next value that we got is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it will go till the last item. So difference between break and next is, in break it will come out of the loop where whatever value that we have given, but in next it will skip that value and it will go to the next value till the last item. So this is how break and next works. That's all for today's session. Hope you find it interesting. In the next session we will see what are functions and the loop functions such as lapply, sapply, split, tapply and apply functions, and so on. So stick around guys, we will see you in the next session. If you like my training sessions, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications of my new session. This will support and motivate my channel. Thank you.